Hey guys, Pink Dragon at your service, and today, yes, I'm posting again. I'm done not posting things. Alright, so today we're gonna look up one of my books that I did. First of all, I did the Puppeteers one. If you don't know what it is actually that's Puppeteers Go to, yes. Yep. And the Puppeteers one I actually did. Yep. And the Dragon Walkers. Yep, that's me. Then Bernie. Bernie is the enemy that I hate, that I wish I could literally kick him right in the neck. I actually did not do Black Dragon in them. Actually, yes, I did. In the dinner table. And then here's me. Pink Dragon, which is me. Nicest dragon, you mean. And then, yes, a new book that's about to come out. Yep. Huggy Wuggy and Pals. It's gonna be a great songs. Yep. And yeah. And the one that you finally wanted to know. Syrup and Arc Story. This is not one of my, actually download this. This is not my book. This is someone else's, and I don't know who did this, who wrote that story, but I saved it so I can read it because it's about Luz the Owl House mixed with Amphibia with Marcy. And then I'm not finally done, but I'm just going to read it anyway. Where is it? Not that, not that, not that. Untitled. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's me. Okay. Mr. House Playground Playground 122. What the flip just happened? I'm here to read it. Okay. Prequel to now, teachers, Mr. Bunny and Mr. Mittens. I am sorry for not introducing y'all to Mittens. He's one of my OCs, which I'm the character that has a toy named Mr. Mittens. And then the entity that I mostly hate of them all. If you're wondering, Molly, I thought you liked Miss Entity. I'm over here like hating on him because he's the one that trapped. Well, I don't know if that's true, but it's in my book. Then we got Miss Roly Poly, Mr. Tigger. D as in Isabella, Shadow Creatures, Zach. Yup, I put Jake from Moonbit Studios and Zach. Green Bean. Sorry, Green Bean, for actually saying your name. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that in your YouTube channel, but perhaps everybody knows your actual name. I'm sorry. Okay, and then me. I am sorry. I had to include myself. And Rubes. Rubes isn't here. And then Mom, which is not my actual mom, Molly, from Mr. Bunny Playhouse 2. I am so excited for the Mr. Bunny Playhouse 3. They're gonna be Rubes in there. Ruby! Finally, girl. And then Jake, Matrions, Nana, and Esther. Jenna, David, the bus driver, Franklin, the angels. Okay, let's do this. The lost soul that was alone in the forest. But then the soul saw a cat plush. So the soul claimed the plush and went in the plush, leaving the chest glow for a minute and transformed into a humanoid cat and got scared and roaming around the forest. And it was nighttime. Mr. Hop was walking in the woods and he heard a noise, so he was alarmed with his surroundings. And he saw a small cat plush, so he picked it up and take a peek at it. And the plush turned to a monster cat. And the mystery plush cat looked at him and got scared. But Mr. Hop didn't think he would be harmful. So Mr. Hop hold out his hand, and as in trust that Mr. Hop ain't mean and evil and ready to kill him. So the plush cat grabbed his hand. Do you talk? Mr. Hop nodded his head. Then why can you not talk? Mr. Hop talked in a dark voice. Because I'm Hop. Mr. Mittens was shocked about his voice. You sound dark. It's just the tone that I have. There's reasons why I don't talk. May I hear the reasons? If that's okay with you. Okay. He clears up his voice, turning his voice normal. Better? You sound like an actual human. I know. Okay. You ready to hear something about me? Oh, okay. Long time. Me and my friends used to be a stick fabric toys, but Dee went to the forest at night. The entity shows up, and then he gave her the 6 of symbols necklace to wear, and she went back home to kill her mom. The guards caught her, and then she was accused being a witch. So they tied her up and burning her, but the entity saved her and brought her to the underground to protect her. But he upgraded me and my friends. But I disliked the entity, and he wondering why. Because he put me to the void. He locked me up and controlled me and my friends, but I never liked anyway. But he finally let me out to do his part. But he told me to kill as much kids as possible. But I wanted to refuse, but I had no choice either to kill or be erased. So I had to do what I gotta do. I'm sorry what happened to you. Yeah, you're probably lucky that you are you. Hey, I don't like myself. I don't know anything. Expect this. Well, that's why I'm here, by the way. Why don't you come with me, if you're okay with that, so you won't be lonely? That sounds good. They walked around the forest. Dee teleported, but Mr. Hop hid Mr. Mittens behind the tree. The entity wants you in the underground, please. Yes, ma'am. Dee and Mr. Hop made a portal to the underground, and they went to the portal to the underground. They went to the underground to see the entity. You're back, Mr. Rabbit Guy. It's Hop to you, sir. Let's get this over with. To Mr. Mittens, he looked everywhere to find Mr. Hop, but he saw the portal to the underground, so he went to the portal to the underground. And he went in the underground. But he saw Dee and the entity, so he hid himself to see what's going on. I only have 3 souls, if that's okay. Mr. Hop's heart rate pounded because he was scared that he knew he'll be erased. I thought you'll collect more than 3. Have you learned what we talked about more than 3? And yet you let Esther run away, and you let her beat us. Yet you let her not kill, got rid of you and your friends. You're going to let this loan break, and if you do, the entity grabbed his face. You're gone for good. Sir, calm down. He lets go of his face. Miss Bo and Mrs. Stripes got scared, but they pulled it through. I will try, but Mr. Hop, I will give you one last chance to make this right. If not, then the void you go, and I'll punish you as the pain as possible. Get it right. You will have your freedom. Now go! He left, but he saw Mr. Mittens, so he grabbed Mr. Mittens and ran. So, he have a little kitty friend to help him. Dee, You know what to do. Track them down. Make sure they lost his chance of getting their freedom, and collect whatever this cat stole and bring it to me, and his soul will be in the line. Yes, sir. D left. He will lose, and I won't let him get the chance to live. While Mr. Mittens ran, Mr. Hop was scared. I hate that guy. Mr. Hop dropped to the floor and starts to tear up and cry. Some bright light substance, and Dee was spying on them. And C whispered to herself, No way, he's a human guardian. She grabbed her phone and contacted the entity and texted him that Mr. Hop is a human guardian. Wait, are you the human guardian? But how? Dee pulled out her phone to record all of this past of what he is about to say. There's a lot of things you don't know about me, but I'll tell you. When I was at the Void, an angel gave me a chance to make things right, and he will give me a chance to save and help a human, and I'll get to help, and he will make me. So I made a promise, and that's all. Oh, if you did what you're told, then what will happen? What do you mean? Like the angels or the entity? The angels. Well then, he stand up and warming himself up. He glowed white particles and went out of his shell, meaning toy, and he shows his real self, which is his shadow. Okay guys, part 2 coming up.